Hi everyone, welcome back. My name's Diana, aka Bookish Di, and we're at the end of the Women's World Cup group preview / author pairings. So by the time this goes up, the first game between France and South Korea will have already happened, so hopefully it's a good one. I will probably not be watching it because it is far too early on my time, but I'll try, but no guarantees. Anyways, so the Women's World Cup will have officially kicked off, which is really exciting, but we're not done because, like I said, we have to talk about Group F. So Group F is comprised of the United States, Thailand, Sweden, and Chile. So at the top of anchoring the group is the United States. The United States is the current number one in the FIFA rankings. They've won 3 previous iterations of the Women's World Cup, including 91, 99, and the most recent one in 2015. They've also won a number of gold medals, although they went out in the quarterfinals of the Rio Olympics, which was the earliest exit that they had ever had in a major tournament. The United States has had some difficulties in terms of Jill Ellis does weird things with the starting roster and doesn't play players where they're supposed to play, or actually give goalkeepers experience in friendlies, which is going to be great if, God forbid, Alyssa Nair gets injured, because Ashlyn Harris and Adi Franch don't really have that much international experience. So that could end very badly for the U.S. And there's also the issue of not having a very deep outside back pool, which could cause problems for the United States. But anyway, they're currently also suing U.S. soccer for unequal treatment because even though the United States is one of the most well-supported women's soccer teams, there's still a vast gulf between what the men's team get in terms of compensation, in terms of travel support, the type of fields they'll play on or that U.S. Soccer will allow them to play on, versus what the women will get. And this has been an ongoing issue. And we'll see what happens with this lawsuit. They're moving forward with it, but I don't really have any updates. Anyway, so some players to watch for the United States. There's a lot of them, honestly. The main ones are going to be Alex Morgan, who is one of the main strikers. She recently got 100 goals. You also have players like Tobin Heath, Megan Rapinoe, and on the back line, you have Becky Sauerbrunn, who is just a rock. So yeah, there's a lot of players to watch on the U.S. side. U.S. Soccer has been actually doing a good job of promoting some of the other non-big name players and providing them a platform to share their stories. So you can track down that information. So the author that I'm pairing for the United States is Rebecca Roanhorse. She's an Indigenous author who has been whose debut novel, Trail of Lightning, has been nominated for both the Nebula and Hugo Awards. Her short story, Welcome to Your Authentic Native Experience, won Nebula and Hugo's, and she won the Campbell Award for Best New Author. She also has a Rick Riordan Presents middle grade novel coming out in early 2020, and she's going to be writing the upcoming novel Resistance Reborn for the Star Wars line, which I'm incredibly excited about. So Rebecca Roanhorse, check her out. She's really great. Next in the group is Thailand. Thailand is currently ranked 34th in the world. This is their second World Cup. Their first one was 2015 in Canada. They qualified by placing 4th in the AFC Women's Cup. And they're, I would say, one of the newer they're one of the newer teams in Asia in terms of qualifying for major tournaments and working to rise up the rankings. So a player to watch is Suchawati Nildhamrong. She just recently finished her collegiate career at University of California, Berkeley. And she currently has 12 goals in 17 caps. So she's one of the younger Thai players to watch. I think it's possible that she could do very well in France. So the author paired for Thailand is Pimone Triplett. She is a poet who is currently a faculty member at the University of Washington. Her most recent collection of poetry is called Supply Chain. She also has other collections of poems that have been published in the past. I'm not huge into poetry, although I know some of my friends are. So this might be something that I read as part of trying to expand my horizons in terms of the type of book or literature that I read. Next up is Chile. Chile is currently ranked 39th in the world, and much like Argentina, they recently ended a lengthy period of inactivity. So for Chile, it was over 900 days between their international matches. They also recently unionized and have been pushing their federation for more equitable treatment. Chile hosted the recent edition of the Copa America Femenino, which was part of the impetus of the Chilean women's players really pushing for more support, for more games, and trying to make sure that they get the treatment that they deserve from their federation. So this is their first Women's World Cup. They were the runner-ups in the Copa America Femenino that I just mentioned. They lost Brazil in the championship match. Players to watch for Chile include Tiane Endler. She is their captain, and she's currently one of the goalkeepers for PSG. And then you also have Maria Jose Rojas, who is Chile's leading scorer and is one of the older players on the team and one of the players who's really been pushing the federation for more support. The author pair for Chile is Isabel Allende. She is a very well-known Chilean author. She's most well-known for House of Spirits, Daughter of Fortune. She has written a few YA books, which I read years and years ago and really enjoyed. She is continuing to publish. She's fairly prolific. And yeah, I enjoy her work. Hopefully, I hope other people like her as well. Anyway, so Isabel Allende is the Chilean author. Finally, rounding out Group F is Sweden, currently ranked 9th in the world. And honestly, it wouldn't be a Women's World Cup without the United States and Sweden in the same group. It wouldn't feel the same if it wasn't like that. So Sweden is a European staple in terms of women's soccer. They've qualified for all editions of the Women's World Cup. They've qualified for a number of the European championships, although they have never won it. They have a fairly well-established professional league, and so when things were pretty bad in the United States after WPS folded, a number of players went over to Sweden to play. The highest that Sweden has ranked in both the Women's World Cup and the Olympics is second place. So in the Women's World Cup, they were runner-ups in 2003. They lost to Germany. And then they got silver in the 2016 Olympics, again losing to Germany. So some players to watch include Hedvig Lindahl. She's their goalkeeper. She currently plays for Chelsea. And you might remember her from the shootout, or the penalty kick shootout in the 2016 Olympics versus the United States. And then you also have Nila Fischer, who currently plays for Wolfsburg. She's the defender, and she's one of the stalwarts on the Swedish side. So the author paired with Sweden is Karin Tidbeck. She is a fantasy author. Her short story collection, Jagannath, which was published in 2012, was nominated for the World Fantasy Award and was also on the Chiptree shortlist, which recognizes works that do exciting things in regards to gender. So that is it for Group F, and that is it for the group preview. Happy Women's World Cup. It's starting. Hopefully Canada does not disappoint me and makes it out of group and does much better than they did in 2011 when they were really awful. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching. Are there any teams in Group F that you're supporting? Any authors I've talked about that sound interesting? Please let me know in the comments below. Thank you all so much for watching. If you like what you see, please subscribe. All right, talk to you later. Bye.